Yo, still feels what's the deal, man. I just dropped my daughter off at daycare and I'm heading to the plantation. Y'all know how the story go, but peep game, man. I want to talk about we got to everybody talking about it. I've talked a lot about it online. The Will Smith slap her around the world, man. Oh my God. If I'm being real, if I'm being dead ass serious, I saw nothing wrong with it, and I love the fact that he did it. He had to take that anger out on somebody, man. Honestly, were there other people that he could have slapped besides Chris Rock? Yeah, but like I was explaining to one of my youngins yesterday, man, everybody has that breaking point, man. The thing with August Alsina, I'm the same way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not as hot-headed and quick-tempered. You dig? I've been challenged before, and just, I don't know, man, just, you know, my decorum wouldn't allow me to, you know, go there just right off rip. Even today, the situation I'm talking about, it pisses me off. But, you know, I don't know what it is about me, man. You know, I keep my Spartan reserve, man. That's contradictory given, you know, the situation that I'm talking about, to be, you know, label yourself a Spartan in that situation, because a Spartan would have got busy, man. I don't know, man. It's like when I feel myself at a point where I'm about to go there, where this shit could get all, you know, it could get physical, I give you any and all alternative routes before we go there. So I'm letting you know, like, bro, I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna, you know, cower like that. You know, I'm gonna give you the energy. I'm gonna give you the energy that's not gonna entice your energy. You dig? I'm not gonna give you the energy that's gonna make you say, well, nigga, what's up then, unless you just way out of left field. And I had no other choice but to do it. Otherwise, I'm be like, all right, yeah, that sound good. You know, I'll beat your ass. I mean, you won't, but, you know, so it's all good. You know, I'll keep the smile on my face and all that shit until you approach me, or until you say something that's so disrespectful that I have no other choice to respond. Because I'm just a real mild-mannered, even-keeled type nigga like that, man. And Will Smith is the same way. And what's so wild about him is that's always been his character. So for years, niggas done played that man like he's some sort of sucker or something. They played that nigga like, yo, man, you little laughing and joking ass nigga, like you cornball rapping ass nigga, like fuck out of here, bro. I'll beat your ass. And they just always thought they could do little fuck shit to him, and he just supposed to be subservient to that and take it, and, you know, no matter the situation. So should August Alsina have gotten, you know what I'm saying, the 5 fingers of death? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I also understand his character and his demeanor, man. He's just, you know, that pissed him off, but it's like, you know what, you know, just, all right, you know, you try to see your fault in the situation. And I think he's probably looking at it from that paradigm. I mean, people can make all the speculations they want about their marriage, man. We don't know we don't know all the context to their marriages, you dig? And it's kind of peculiar that Jada, even though she gets on my fucking nerves, it's kind of peculiar that she's having all of these, you know, just unladylike type, you know, characteristics coming about, you dig? Just her, you know, she's really operating outside of her queenship, and it's kind of disgusting. But who's to say that he's not to blame for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something weird. Like, yo, why is you acting out like this? You was never, even when, you know, the old situation with Mark Anthony allegedly went down, she wasn't this messy. Like, this is disgusting. This is disgusting, man. So it could be something beneath the surface that we're not privy to, and for her to bring that shit to light, it would destroy him in the process. And I don't think that she wants to do that. So that could be the case. That could be the case, but I don't know. All in all, if you're not going to bring it to light like that, then you should really just be practice a lot more discretion in what it is that you do, as far as your, you know, your extramarital spouts and shit, man. But maybe he was like, you know, that was a forgivable crime, not on his behalf, but her behalf, you dig? So I'll wear that. You know what I'm saying? I'll wear that. whatever. And even that when she brung him into the red table talk, just the look in his face was just like, you know, it's like you know, he felt disrespected sitting there in front of Shorty as she went and she talking all this shit and just, you know, and he even said entanglement. Like, Jada, entanglement? Like, you playing games still, man. I'm already belittling myself coming on his show talking about some shit that should be addressed in therapy, in couples therapy. Here I am, I say fuck that, here I am, and you can't even be real with what it is that you did. You keep trying to dance around the topic. That shit is pissing me off. So, he, you know, even at the end of the side, he's like, I'm gonna get you back for that. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back for that. Like, this shit ain't over. I ain't forgot about that. So, you know, everybody got, you know, they see all the memes on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, the TikTok videos of them acting shit out. They see all that shit, and it's, you know, it's bothering them. It's, you know, it's bothering them, man. It's, you know, it's bothering them. And then, you know, you got the Tupac situation where she just has this undying love for Tupac, which that was her homeboy. I personally think it was a little bit more than them being friends. But she's, you know, she has, you know, this overtly romanticized idea of them being together had he not died. And like, Will wouldn't have been there. Will wouldn't be in the picture had Pac not. I don't even agree with that, because I think, you know, they linked while Pac was still alive. You know what I'm saying? It was a, you know, it was an article released or whatever, like last year or something, and she told people in the article, yeah, don't hurt Will. She told Tupac not to hurt Will. Don't do anything to Will. Don't do anything to Will. You dig? Like, think about how that makes it. Like, I gotta get protected by my wife by some 5'6" nigga. Like, he ain't 6'2" and in his physical prime. In his physical prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, just shit like that. It's like, bro, he's looking like a sucker, and she just keeps. She may not be doing it intentionally, man, but she just keeps picking at certain scabs, you know what I'm saying, and reopening them bitches with him. And he's looking like, yo, like, I've never disrespected you in the eye of the public like this. I've always, you know, he shouted her out in his music. You did. He always letting it be known, Jada. He's been infatuated with that woman for years. And you just keep finding these ways to, you know, belittle me in the eyes of the public and make me seem less than a man. Like, bro, this man's manhood has been under constant attack for the past 2 years, bro. It's been under constant attack. So now you get to the Oscars or wherever it is that they was at, and Chris Rock does what it is that he does. He snapped. And it wasn't even snapped to the point where he was like, he went out, he killed somebody, he crashed this nigga. No, he just slapped that nigga across. You just slapped that nigga across his jaw. He just slapped him across his jaw. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy, the joke wasn't even about Will, it was about her. So that even right there goes, you know, it validates the point even more about how, you know, how his feelings towards this motherfucker. Like any other nigga, I'm like, ah. And people are saying something about him, laughing at the joke at first. You have to realize, you know, not everybody's character is the same. You dig? It takes a minute for you to sink. With some people, it takes a minute for the disrespect to sink in with you. Like, oh, yeah. And then you sit back, you laugh it off. You're like, hold on, man. This nigga just really tried to play me. He just really tried to play me. All right, this shit got to get addressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I saw nothing wrong with what it is that he did. Chris Rock has done some questionable shit. Anyway, he's a fucking hysterical comedian. But he's done some questionable shit that I had any other nigga like, yo, for real, bro. Like, really, Chris? So, I take no issue with what Will did, man. I take no issues with it. I do think him and August Alsina should most definitely get in the ring and box that shit out or whatever, because from what I've been hearing, he said, come on, man, you know I gotta get over. From what I'm hearing, he's still, you know, like, not even hearing, and maybe not even still, he's made music about Jada and the situation, you know. And even I heard Jada even say something like, I don't know if it's actuals or not, I don't know if it's actual factuals, but he allegedly he just said shit about him being better than Will. Like, yo, if she said that, then yikes. Yikes. You dig? Like me, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. The joke hit close to home. I mean, I'm a victim of alopecia, you dig? Before this little afro I got, I had a head full of hair. And this was probably 2017 when I got hit with this shit. I think had I not had that much hair on my head, it could have been like how your Danish Ugas looks. I've always took pride in my hair. I remember my last memory with my hair, just me taking, because I had it in a ponytail. I couldn't put it in an afro. It was too much. I took the little ponytail holder out of my hair, and I just let that bitch just flap in the wind, because we was doing a little photo shoot for my son. My hair was just all over the place, man. I loved it. I loved it, man, and that bullshit happened, man. So I understand what it is that she's going through. I seen people say, oh, man, it's just hair. It's like, yo, it's just hair until you, the nigga that got to look in the mirror and you got bald spots in your head. I don't have bald spots, but just, you know, just my hair ain't what it once was. You dig? And that shit discouraged me for like a while, bro. Like, fuck. So I get what it is that she's going through. I get that. And he went up there and defended her honor. Because she feels, you seen how uncomfortable she was with that joke that he made. You seen how uncomfortable she was. You know, I don't think Chris Rock did anything wrong, but I just think he was just, you know, a victim of the moment. You dig? And Will had to react, and he reacted. I don't think it was irrational or anything like that, man. I don't. He went and he defended the honor of his lady. Despite all the fuck shit that she has done. Like, I wouldn't be, I'm cool on you. I'd have asked her off and went, you know, bag Pamela Alexandria or something like that. But we are not Will. We are not Will. What's pissing me, I love the fact that it happened on the Oscars. I love it, man. You know, they don't want us there, no way, you dig? So just, you know, a stain on their fucking reputation. That shit is beautiful. That shit is beautiful. Allegedly, the Oscar, the person that they're doing it in memory of, is a black man. I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know. I've never looked into it. I never cared to. But for them to, you know, cultivate a show like this in honor of a black man and this limited black actors and actresses that have won Oscars is very, like, very alarming. So to see that happen in that type of environment, I loved it. I'm not even gonna lie. What I don't like was the apology. Because I don't think he did anything wrong. Like, you ain't got to sit here and, you know, try to save face in the eyes of these white folks. His stock ain't dropped, if you ask me. Will Smith don't need Hollywood at this time. That man just did something on the fucking Discovery. I think it was the Discovery Channel, because I watched it on Disney Plus. He was just doing all this wild shit, jumping in volcanoes and shit like that. Man, like, he doesn't need Hollywood. That is a A-list celebrity, one of the greatest actors who ever did it. He's easily in the GOAT running. Will Smith being added to whatever project you do is going to amplify the value of that project. Will Smith's stock has not dropped. He don't need to save face for nobody. You know what I'm saying? That man don't owe nobody apology. That man has been drugged through the mud for the past 2 years, and he had an act. He had an emotional response, which anybody would. Had this situation been a little bit different, then all right, cool. You know, maybe we can, yeah, that was whack. That was corny. But when your manhood is under attack and it's like your wife ain't even really respecting your manhood, hey, everybody knows everybody knows about Jada Pinkett's extramarital fucking activities. Everybody knows about that. How does that make him feel? Only thing we have about Will is speculation. Oh, he was sliding with what's the white girl's name? The Harley Quinn. We only have speculation about that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing concrete. Oh, they got an open marriage. They got this and they got that. Will Smith, he knocking off Dwayne Martin, all that shit. We don't know that. It's speculation. We can try our best to put our, you know, investigative skills together and put our thinking caps on and try to come up and formulate some shit, but we don't know for sure. What we do know for sure is Jada Pinkett slid August Alsina. What we do know for sure, she has this overt infatuation with Tupac Shakur, making her kids write the Tupac Shakur. Like, what type of shit is that? Oh, don't hurt Will. Just anything to make this nigga look like a sucker. Anything to make this man look like a sucker, whether she's doing it intention or not. She's doing it. So I don't see anything. I don't see nothing wrong with what Will did. My level of respect went through the roof that much more, and I grew up watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Grew up on ID4. We grew up on MIB. We grew up on Bad Boys. We love Will Smith, man. Before I had cable, we was rocking motherfucking the Big Willie style album. We had Miami on repeat. That song is nostalgic for me, man. It takes me right back to the mid-90s, man. Just, I can remember that little bullshit stereo in my room, us playing, you know, throwing that tape in the tape deck, and I remember all that shit. I remember all that shit, man. So we grew up on Will Smith. So he can't, in this situation, he did nothing wrong in my eyes. Everybody is the critic until it's your manhood in question. If you can go through all that bullshit and still have your man, you know, and still smile at the end of the day while the woman you love is being attacked, and it's like he's still fighting to gain her acceptance. He's still fighting to gain her acceptance. That's what I don't like. So, yeah, man, that's some bullshit. Big time. My man time. So, yeah, man, I'm cool on Shorty, man, but it is what it is. That's how I'm feeling about it. Y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think, man. I'm going to work. Deuces.